Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, MP Todd McClay says next week's visit by Prime Minister John Key is a great opportunity to showcase new initiatives and investments in the city. Locals are being encouraged to bike to work tomorrow, and Lisa Carrington races on Sunday at Lake Tikitapu. Rotorua MP Todd McClay says next week's visit by Prime Minister John Key is a great opportunity to showcase new initiatives and investments in the city. Mr McClay says the Prime Minister will also be attending Te Matatini as well as speaking at a luncheon at Distinction Hotel. He says he's always keen for locals to meet the PM.
So it'll be a chance for me to get out with him and he can have a good look at what's going on. I'm keen for him to see some of the good things that are happening. You know, we've had some investment in manufacturing, which means jobs. Jobs for Rotorua, exports for New Zealand. We've seen investment in tourism, which again means jobs locally. So I'm keen for him to see the good things we're doing and give him a chance to talk to local people, businesses, investors, employees about what more we can do and we should do to make sure that the momentum that started continues to build. So we'll have a chance to talk a bit about that and maybe you come and interview him.
And yes, we are working on that interview with the Prime Minister. Rotorua Library has launched BorrowBox, an online application which allows library members to download e-audiobooks straight to their laptops, computers, tablets or phones. An e-audiobook is a downloadable sound recording of a book. Library Marketing and Promotions Officer Sue Heke says the launch of the BorrowBox mobile app means library members can download their favourite titles no matter where they are at any time of day and night. Library members simply download the app and they're ready to access a catalogue of over 900 e-audiobooks. Local woman Patricia Gordon is fundraising for cancer research by joining Shave for a Cure event next month. Shave for a Cure is Leukaemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand's signature fundraising event. Mrs Gordon says she's taking part in Shave for a Cure for very personal reasons.
Well, I thought about it when I was living in Perth. They have the big shave in Perth and I've always wanted to do something of that sort. But we moved back home and I ended up getting married last year, so didn't want to have no hair for my wedding. And also my husband's grandmother, she has leukemia and I just thought it would have been something nice to...
It's kind of more relevant if there's a connection somewhere, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Now the other obvious question I have to ask you, you said you got married last year, was it?
Beginning of December.
Beginning of December. So you're a newlywed, and now all of a sudden you're going to take all this beautiful hair off, which I gather your husband probably loves anyway. What are his thoughts on what you're doing? I have to ask.
At first, he didn't like the idea. This is when we were living in Perth, so hence why I didn't do it then. But I've just gone with it throughout.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And hopefully I've got a nice head like my father. He's got a very nice shaped head and it's quite shiny too. So
the grand unveiling of a nicely shaped head.
Hopefully.
And of course the fun after that will be watching it all grow again. I presume you will grow it again, will you?
I'm growing it again, but it'll stay short. Yeah.
Visit the Shave for a Cure website and search for Patricia Gordon and help support one of our own taking part. In sport tonight, this weekend kayak sprint paddlers from around New Zealand converge on Lake Tikitapu for the highlight of the paddling season, the New Zealand Canoe Sprint Championships. This year, the New Zealand event also hosts the International Canoe Federation, Oceania Canoe Sprint Champs, and sees paddlers take part from Australia, Tahiti, Palau, Samoa, the Cook Islands and Finland. Lisa Carrington, who won the gold in K1 200-metre canoe sprint event at the 2012 London Olympics, will be racing her favourite event on Sunday at 11:40 a.m. and 1 p.m, as well as other races throughout the weekend. Fellow Olympians Daryl Fitzgerald, Tennille Hatton and Ben Fui will also be racing both K1 events and team events. Full race draws, program and race information can be viewed at canoeracing.org. Tomorrow is Go By Bike Day throughout the Bay of Plenty, with motivated cyclists of all ages getting ready to bike to work, school or play in the morning. This year, Go By Bike Day is part of Rotorua Bike Festival. Riders also get the chance to stop off at the pit stops on their morning journey to get refreshed and to also go on the draw to win a new bike. Cyclists can enter at the pit stop or by uploading a photo of themselves and their bike on the Sport BOP Facebook page. Pit stops in Rotorua are located at Tarawera Road outside Outdoorsman, City Focus, West End New World Car Park and the Kotu Lights Corner outside Hunting and Fishing. And the Rotorua Bike Festival is proving a hit with visitors and locals. On Sunday, hundreds took part in the free family fun ride, while the more adventurous took part in the Schwebe World Champs, where 35 people raced to beat the Schwebe world record. On the night, locals Garth Weinberg and Sarah Pitcher Campbell had the fastest men's and women's race times. However, they were both just short of beating the record. And for more on Bike Festival events, go to rotoruabikefestival.com. To Weather Now Rotorua, brought to you by Bidvest Food Services. Tonight looks to be fine, with westerlies developing and an overnight low of 11. Tomorrow, Wednesday, some afternoon showers, with westerlies, a high of 23 and a low of 10. Looking out to Thursday, looks to be fine, with some southwesterlies, a high of 23 and a low of 9. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday: northwest 10 knots, developing in the morning, tending southwest in the evening and then easing, with waves less than half a metre. Fair visibility and rain developing early afternoon, easing to isolated showers later. Remember, for program listings and to upload your videos, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come tonight on City News, we visit the Energy Events Centre and find out what's coming up with manager Jolene Elliott. Waiariki creative writing tutor Sue Ems has details of their writing competition for New Zealand Book Month, and we have highlights from Ragamuffin 2013.